day and welcome to this training video on the imaging title by Primal Pictures. You will see that imaging is broken down into cross-sectional anatomy as well as ultrasound of the upper and lower limb. The upper and lower limb regions naturally are going to focus on ultrasound as stated in the headings for their titles, and the cross-sectional anatomy is rather going to focus on CT and MRI images of the head, thorax, and abdomen region. All of these titles in imaging will work in the same way. So by the time you know how to use one, you will be comfortable using the others. And for today's example, I'm going to take us through the cross-sectional anatomy. Just starting off with the layout of our page, firstly, we have our menu bar on the left-hand side, our main viewing pane or our interaction pane in the middle, and then our information bar on the right-hand side. The first icon in our menu starts off with the 3D views or 3D models, and all of these models are going to relate to the region of anatomy that we are working in, and that includes the head, thorax, and abdominopelvic regions. There are key organs and organ systems that have been modeled separately, but for this example, let's open up this 3D model of the lungs with the heart situated in its position once we add that anatomy. So let me show you how to use these 3D models. You can move between different layers of anatomy using these up and down arrows at the bottom of your screen. So there I've added in the left lung. Next we can see the right lung. Now we have the heart and all of its vessels. And now we start adding in the heart's relationship to the lung lobes. You can also rotate this model by either clicking down and swiping along your screen, or by using these left and right arrows at the bottom, and you can also zoom in and out. There are rollover labels for all of the visible structures, and if you click on a structure, it will be highlighted. The name will be presented to you at the top of your information pane, and here you can now explore explanatory text about any of the structures that you select. Okay, so those are the 3D models. After that, we have the very important MRI and CT images. Let's go into the thorax as our example, and I think let's take an axial section, and you'll see that the different images have been optimized for different visualizations, like optimization for the lungs, the bones, or the organs. So let's grab one for the bones for our example to work through. And when we open up this image, you will see that it opens up next to a 3D model that mirrors our CT image. Now, your radiological image is still fully interactive, meaning you have your rollover labels for all visible structures, and you can get the explanatory text about the structures still. But you will see that as you highlight any structure, either on the CT or on the 3D model, it's going to highlight it on both and help you interpret the CT image. You can also move between different vertebral levels using these up and down arrows, and you will notice that the sliding scale is moving. And we can move these 3D models and CT images through the sliding scale and continually cross-reference and interpret the CT image. Okay, now there are many different options available here, and I'm not going to go through them all, but that gives you the gist of what you can expect to see and how you can use these. Next, we have some slides, which are simply still 2D images, but these are still interactive. We have some intravenous urograms, some x-rays, and then some barium studies. Let's, for example, open up this barium enema, and it is showing us the hepatic flexure, and it is still interactive, helping you identify different pieces of the anatomy. Then after the slides, we have a section where 3D views or 3D models have been organized more specifically by types of structures or systems. So this is a very comprehensive list and very detailed, but you'll see that all of these are different types of 3D models highlighting or focusing on different pieces of anatomy. So this will just give you a more targeted approach to what you're trying to visualize. After that, we have the alphabetical index, which is just another way you can navigate your way through the content. We have the favorite option to favorite any content that will be stored here and we can easily revisit later. Let's, for example, favorite this 3D model, and there it is waiting for us at any stage. After that, we have the share link icon where you can share a link to anything you are viewing on Primal Pictures. We have the embed function for lecturers if you are wanting to embed content into the learning management system. We have the download option where you can save an image of any of the content or the explanatory text accompanying it. And then some settings that you can change according to your personal preferences. But that brings us to the end of this cross-sectional anatomy imaging module. I really hope that this was helpful to you, and I wish you all the best in your future adventures with Primal Pictures.